To be honest, I highly doubt any of my other decks would even work, but hey. Nah, let's just keep using Dragoonity for now. Lance just drops your monster's attack by 3,000. So even then, that by itself was more than enough. Because that means you're dealing a full 5,000 to the opponent at that point, such double that. It's still instant death. It definitely looks like this particular deck is meant to go second, just to capitalize on the one-shot factor. Such case in point. Alright, time for this to go terribly as well. Lance and Crown gives access to the Keymaster, so you could search World Legacy and get that easily. Makes sense. I could be very trolly with this, but let's face it, that's not going to be helpful. Trigger effective Legatus lets me bring it out. I don't remember if I have another... No, it's not for now. Empowerment. Even though it's not going to matter. Actually, no, in that case I might as well. Proceedings for World Legacy Extenders, Kaiju Disruption. Jeez. You've got a lot working for you then. Guaranteed I'm dead this turn. I have nothing to counter what's headed my way. Let's see. Hits the consistency, but it's a sacrifice to account for modern disruption. Yeah, it makes sense. Case in point, the Kaiju. Such the easy method of this is force a Kaiju onto the opponent's field that is lesser attack power. You get to keep the higher one, voila. Such Kaiju by themselves are really dangerous monsters, because they contribute some of your opponent's monsters too. And the linking begins, to which I'm dead. Crusader Regulex. Attack power equal to all the combined monsters it points to, so again, another method for the one-shot synergy. You could just fill up on a bunch of monsters, voila. Alright, this might be helpful, just so you could see everything that's occurring. OTK someone ranked with 5 material Arsenal Falcon. Criminy. Actually, come to think of it, like... I had a stupidly funny duel in ranked that happened at one point. I saved the replay. I might, like, show that at the end of the stream, because it is just a whole bunch of idle. But the simple fact of what was going on was... It just highlights how much shit can happen with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! In a single turn. This person was fully spec'd out to one-shot in the most unnecessarily complicated way possible. But specifically, I'm convinced that they were trying their damnedest to get everything that they needed, but were missing the exact one thing they needed, and couldn't realize that until it was too late. Let's see, current difference is 5,400. The moment Chainsaws gets a way to double that, they're good. Or they can immediately drastic tune up to a Mech Knight. While this card is on the field, your opponent cannot target it with card effects, and cannot target monsters for attacks except for Avamax. And considering one of the cards that they used was one that forces Kaiju onto the field and forces them to attack, voila. Sure, you're being nice. Sure. See. Yeah, might as well. Oh, trust me, you're still going to win this, it's just going to take slightly longer. Because I'm pretty sure I have nothing to no-sell this deck. Trust me when I say I have nothing to no-sell this deck. I mean, I might as well. Because at least, like, this... Monster you control is unaffected by card effects. I wasn't planning on using a card effect at all. But like I could in the first place, I don't have what I need, period. The big problem with Dragunity is that it needs to be able to build, and I don't have the key cards to properly build. And again, unfortunately, I have to go to the battle phase. I have to attack. So I'm forced to take at least 300 damage. Case in point. There's nothing I can do. Because, like, the way that Dragunity is meant to build is meant to be from lesser to greater. Specifically, you're meant to bring out a Dragunity monster, which brings out another Dragunity monster, which lets you bring it up to the field, synchro summon something. But by its very nature, I don't have the card I need to... I don't have any of the cards I need readily available to bring material back into the field. There's nothing I can do. Like, little spoiler on this, the down card I have specifically asks that I have a Synchro monster. And if I can't get a Synchro monster, I can't use it. There's no way I can counteract the build. I do have a Troll card in my hand, which I could have used, but even then, again, since they have a card that just is like, yeah, no, ignoring your card effects, it won't help. Oh, and on top of that, Lib, so, synergy for World Legacy. Bring out Pentastag. If a linked monster attacks a defense position monster, deals piercing damage, so guarantees the easy means of hitting the opponent's life points. Again, it didn't matter that my down card got shuffled back into the deck. I wouldn't have been able to use it immediately anyway. $2,400, because that gets doubled. Another 1,600 on top of that brings me down to 1,000 life points. Or Chainsaws could just take pity on me and try to see if I can get the material I need, such I won't. Little spoiler. Because my luck is terrible. Yeah, might as well show off that Troll card. Ah, it doubles against special summon monsters only. Okay, then. But yeah, Phaedron, the Winds of Change. Or sorry, the Winds of Mischief. This is a troll card meant to help open up opponents and make it easier for Dragunity to actually be able to fight. Because its big shtick is, hey, it's your opponent's turn, guess what? This monster goes back to the hand, your opponent has to send a monster back to their hand. Like it matters, again, because they have Kaiju. But I might as well throw up the Dust Tornado just so I can destroy their down card, just in case. Again, like it'll matter, because this is a special summon monster, 600 damage. Actually, even more than that, because it gains some of the attack power, so yeah, 3,000. Voila. Gains an additional 1,500 attack power, I believe. So... Oh, no, wait, sorry, 1,200 attack power. Yeah, I didn't have a chance. And hell, a lot of the decks I use just aren't meta-capable, period. Which is part of that, is a part of the reason of why I'm thinking of speccing into Tri-Brigade, because that one seems to be fairly interesting. I can tell that. You put a lot of effort into this deck, a lot of careful thought and decision-making, and that's honestly really, really good. You know how these cards work, you know how best they synergize. I'll give it up. You know the game. You know the game well. I'm not afraid to admit that. Yeah, I think I've got time for one more duel. And because I want to mess around and get absolutely floored. Ah, right, room ID. Shoot. So you could take a look at Danielto. Unless you want to take a match at... Unless you want to take a match at Chainsaws while I commentate. If you want to, go for it. I'll probably only be able to stick around for one match, though. Went for a pure Skeleton Crusadia. He used to be so clunky. But hey, you know the game well, you were able to make things work, and good on you for that. You could, but it depends on what deck Danielto decides to use, because you saw his RaidRaptors, but he has a few other decks too. It all depends on the one that he decides to pull out. Ah, the ID. Sorry about that. There you go. Sometimes it has bad hands because natural multi-engine decks tend to step by each other. Yeah, makes sense. All things come at a trade-off, and if it happens that you're using multiple different engines, then of course, the big trade-off is that you're going to get a little bit of each. It's all risk and reward. Alright then. Now, I've never spectated a duel before, so this is going to be interesting for me. Crusadia is an old dog, needs a few things to enable its plays. Makes sense. But still, if it's able to play, then it is nasty. Credit where it's due. And Duel. Me being a spectator, I don't get to see any of the cards in anyone's hands. I can't see what's played and when it's played, though. To start with, Crusadia Reclusia. Linked into Magius. That lets him pull in Leonis, because it can special summon to a zone which Magius is pointing to. Crusadia Draco goes to the hand. And link up to Crusadia Regulex. Good initial. And it's just going to keep going. Draco gets special summoned behind Regulex. With Draco's ability, another monster gets special summoned. Danielta trash talking on the side. Snark. No Max C's. For the unaware, Max C is a card that lets one, when Max C is in the hand and discarded, to draw a card for every time the opponent special summons a monster for a single turn. You can see why it's useful in the meta, because it's easy card draws and, as a result, easy material gain. Crusadia Equimax comes to the field. Again, on reminder, it gains attack power based on the monsters that go in this zone, and this zone. Another link to Magius. Its effect can't trigger, but it also doesn't need to, because its link material will go into Mech Knight, Crusadia Avramax. World Legacy World Crown comes to the field. Specifically because it can be special summoned to where a link monster points. And Mech Knight Avramax can point to 4 zones, making it very useful in that respect. Delta draws. We have one face down card. The Phantom Knights. The Phantom Knights of Shade Brigandine. Crusadia Power Triggers. So the Mech Knight is immune to card effects. If Danielto wants to take it out of the field, he's going to have to battle. RaidRaptor Nest. Allure of Darkness. Banish a dark monster, or if there aren't any, send the entire hand to the graveyard. But he has a dark monster. Calls in Raider's Wing. Then reveals RaidRaptor Strangle Lenius in the hand, allowing him to special summon it. RaidRaptor Nest triggers because he has 2 RaidRaptors on the field. Again, reminder, Raider's Wing counts as a RaidRaptor. That lets him add a RaidRaptor monster to his hand. Strangle forces some damage onto him, I believe. I could be wrong. Oh, something forced some damage onto him. Ah, effect damage. Okay. Pain Lanius comes to the field. Followed by Link Monster, Wing Steerix. Chainsaw's trash-talking back. Love it when they hurt themselves. World Legacy erases itself from the field to nullify and destroy a Link summon. Well, a special summon, sorry. Such Link summons count as specials. Chainsaw's attempting to disrupt the chain, so to speak. But there's still another part to the chain. Force Steerix comes to the field. Raider's Wing in the graveyard. Lets him be special summoned by removing an Exceed material. Yeah, fair, honestly. Better to lessen the amount of potential enemies on the field. It's always a good decision. Detach another material. Thus, a level 4 Winged Beast monster goes from the deck to the hand. RaidRaptor, Singing Lanius, comes to the field. Specifically because, well, it's a special summon, and Denilto has an Exceed monster. We're seeing a Link to Wise Steerix. RaidRaptor needs a lot of steam. Yeah. It has the means of generating that steam, but it's all dependent on being able to constantly flux around monsters. Such, not enough for this. Chainsaws was able to disrupt the chain at least a little bit. Excellent work. Denilto's turn ends, and we go back. World Legacy, World Crown comes to the field via its effect. Battle. Mech Knight Crusadia. Crusadia Abermax will probably attack. Now the question is, what to attack? Chainsaws has options here. Chainsaws goes for Force Steerix. For Force Strix. Is there a card effect that can activate? There may be. Yes. Monster is going to be destroyed. Triggering Crusadia Testament via Quick Play. After damage calculation, draw cards equal to the monster's Link rating. So in other words, draw 4 cards. Crusadia Reclusia gets special summoned in main phase 2. Effect activates. To destroy an opposing monster via itself. Or rather, a monster of its family, Crusadia. Such, of course, you're not going to get rid of your big Mech Knight. Denilta's turn. RaidRaptor, Mimicry. And by revealing Fuzzy Lanius, it can be special summoned. RaidRaptor Nest triggers, allowing Denilta to bring back another RaidRaptor. Got 2 plans. Chainsaw says they've got 2 plans. They could play Chaos Mech strat. They could also run for their one-shot. We'll see. They've got plenty of options. Denilta's got an uphill battle here. Let's see what they're capable of. Strangolanius comes to the field via its effect. And by the look of it, Exceed Summon, RaidRaptor Blaze Falcon. Going to the battle phase. Chances are, Blaze Falcon is going for the direct attack, allowing its ability to activate, I think. Or is it only for battle damage? Nope. Ability activates. So, it can discard an Exceed material and destroy an opponent's monster. Can't destroy Mech Knight Crusadia because it's immune to card effects. But even then, World Crown can trigger, destroy the special summon monster. Fuzzy Lanius' ability activate, allowing it to go back to the hand. Well, to call another one from the deck to the hand. Denilta wants to go pure RaidRaptor power. Crusadia Leonis comes to the field. Standard summon. Or is it a special? Could be a special. I think it's a special. Via its effect, Crusadia will deal piercing damage. Crusadia Maximus' effect, battle damage is doubled. So we're looking at 6,000 damage here, potentially. The two monsters are tributed for Lib. Via Lib's effect, a World Legacy spell or trap is brought out from the deck into the field. World Legacy Succession in this case. Which will be activated. This pulls out World Legacy, World Crown once more. Another special summon with Crusadia Reclusia. Danielta sees defeat. And surrenders. Excellent match. Right. I've hit my 3 hours. I'm probably going to stop here. Show that replay of the weird one-shot deck that tried to fight me in rank, and I'm convinced anyway, ended up erasing their material. If I can figure out how replays work. Let's see. I think it was this one? Let's see. Issue was had plan B, and Chainsaws had plan B, and yeah. The extra preparation was what did it. So at some point I decided to play a ranked match with my Blacklusters, right? I fought an opponent with this mess. Chicken, hand destruction, magical mallet. They had a specific strategy that they wanted to do with this. They wanted to take me out in the most glorious one-shot way possible. I'll let you guess. In 2. Yeah. Exodia. They had everything they wanted to do at the ready. They wanted to go all the way, win via Exodia one-shot. Here's the thing. At one point, and I'm not sure if it happened yet. No, it didn't. Okay. They're doing their standard shtick to tune up, sync up, draw cards, recycle cards. Pot of Avarice to return some of the monsters that they have gotten rid of back into the deck, so they can continue. Let's see. Westrick is the searcher for rank up magic. Plan to summon Arsenal Falcon to crash. Summon Ultimate. Ended up failing. Ouch. They're doing all they can to bring up all the cards that they want. Continual card draw. Hand destruction. Bring out the Synchron. White Elephant's Gift. Chicken game again, so they can just keep drawing cards. Just this duel was absolutely complicated, convoluted, and long, and ugh. Just saying, I didn't win this particular duel by any fancy means or anything like that. I won by timeout. Specifically because while they had everything that they wanted to do, they were taking a long time to do that, and I'm convinced at one point that they might have accidentally banished one of the big trigger cards for what they needed. That being the Head of Exodia. Because not once did I see Head of Exodia appear at any point. New card is my strict. Before Master Rule 4, any anime archetype you want Konami to print? I don't know. I honestly couldn't point to one that comes to mind, really. It also doesn't help that I don't remember too many from the anime in the first place, so, ugh. Whole bunch of ability procs to help clear the field. Floor out a little more damage, but like it matters because Chicken Run trigger is still effective. They're continually doing their card recycling for everything they need for the Exodia. Because, by and large, this is a deck that definitely has multiple strategies in it. The Exodia one-shot, there's also an entire slow arsenal build full of monsters, specifically predicated around normal monsters. Den Peril Exceed is a normal rarity card, free rank 4 on a Link summon. Noted. And this was when the timeout occurred. Credit where it's due, the person had a really nice deck, but they were missing some of the things that they needed to trigger. But yeah, I've been going 3 hours. I need to get ready for work soon, so I'll probably end stream here. So, to everyone who's dropped by, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate the support I get with these streams. Tune in next week, Saturdays, 9 a.m. to noon, for random games. Usually I'm playing whenever I feel like, and thank you for the follow, Flying Chainsaws. Welcome to Synapse. We host all types of wanderers here, yourself included. But yeah, Saturdays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard to noon is random games. I'm playing whenever I feel like it. Sometimes I'm given a suggestion, other times not so much, and I just want to mess around. If you want to suggest something, feel free. There are many ways to do so, including the not Dropbox, sorry, the suggestion box up on Twitch, as well as contacting me via DMs in various sources like Twitter or Discord. By the way, we have a Discord server, so yeah, feel free to drop in if that's of interest to you, in case you want to like keep tuned in on stream-based stuffs that we do. Otherwise, tune in Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard to 10 for dedicated RPG game clearing. Currently, it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Let's see, if at any point you want to catch up on missed streams, don't worry. They stay up on Twitch for a couple weeks, then get ported off to a YouTube channel, Sage Blake, which is also linked on Twitch, such yay. Up there, the videos are chunked down into 15 to 45 minute segments for ease of viewing pleasure. At that, there are also dedicated Sonic and Amateur Games Expo after coverage videos that go up weekly, one of which has already gone up, actually, covering Emerald Ties. Additionally, I'm on a few different Discord servers, not hard to find me. I'm on Discord servers for The Flight, hosted by Teanos and many others, as well as that of a few different indie games like Shield Cat and Havoc Fox. Ooh, fried chicken for lunch. I hope you enjoy. I don't know what I have for lunch coming up. I'll figure it out. Let's see. Other things to mention. I draw, I write, I have a DeviantArt. Feel free to take a look at it. I usually am Sage of Magi in most places. At that, I'm also making a card game, which is actually using some of the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! Only it's trying to be less complicated on purpose. Its name, Riken's Memoria, or Project Remem. It's a free mod for Tabletop Simulator. Feel free to check it out. It's a little bit furry, but hey. Anyway, with all things settled and done, I think it's about time I return to my void and figure out someone to raid for at least a little bit. You know, in the case that you want to potentially mess with me in the future, via, say, Fracturia or what have you. So, let's see who's online. I'm always a fan of Digimon. Let's raid someone playing Digimon World 3. So... just gonna set this up quick. That should go. Again, feel free to stick around. You'll get some extra Fracturia to use to mess with me in the future. And as for a raid message, if you want to use emotes to decorate it, by all means, but otherwise, draw Digimon card! Because I figure it'd be funny. Because Digimon also has a card game I want to play at some point. I'm waiting for a dedicated app for that. But regardless, that will be our raid message. But until then, I think I'm gonna return to my void. Then again, have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay healthy.